Jesteśmy na koncercie Juwenaliowi Niepokorni w ramach Juwenaliów krakowskich. Mam okazję rozmawiać z zespołem Mongooz And The Magnet z Węgier. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
We're at Juvenalia in Krakow. It's something like a student festival. So I would like to ask about your how you remember your students' time when you were at the university.
To be honest, we're still students. We've been students for way too long now. We studied 6 years in the university, our basic thing. You studied even longer, right?
I'm killing it. I'm like 13 years a student. I'm never giving it up. I'm just stay in the system. That's what I'm trying to say, kids.
So now we're actually PhD students in Page, and doing music on the side, or doing music and being PhD students, more like that kind of thing.
Okay. I want to ask how your band started, because you're from Norway, Ireland, and Hungary, and band was formed in Hungary. So, how did you meet?
It was very romantic. We, to be honest, we met in Page where we study, doing some Ian organized some still organizes some music events down there, and it's like open mic nights, and I met him there, and I started to play there, and then we got together and started to play music together, and then one day we like want to make a band, and actually this band we made first for a university party, and we just like, let's just do it. And then after, we thought it was like, we didn't really plan if this was going to be a one-time thing or like a thing we were going to continue to do, but we liked it, so we're still playing 4 years later.
And now you're all living in Hungary or with other countries?
Yeah, we're living in Hungary. We took the logical route and went from the west to the east, like most people going the other way, but started at university and then just kind of kept playing, and then we figured just as we were graduating from university, one of our songs went up on the national radio, and we figured, you know, if ever there's a time, now is the time. If ever there was a place, Hungary became the place, and they've been very welcoming and open to us, and so now we're getting to the neighboring countries, and it's our second time here in Poland, and it was pretty sweet the first time, so we're real happy to be back.
And I was reading that you were studying medicine, right?
Correct. Yes, correct. Your informations are correct.
And why did you give up it?
Give up is a strong word.
I just told you that we were PhD students now, so we didn't really give it up. So we finished our medical studies, and now we're still students, but we're doing our PhD.
Okay, so you're...
It's called heavily postponing, but we don't know. You know, life is long, and you can go straight out of university and go into the machine, or you can take the scenic route. And we chose that, music is completely like this, whereas the medical thing is like this. And we decided we're going to try and surf the waves a bit and see what happens, because we got some albums that need to come out of us, and now's the time. Now's the time.
Okay, because I thought that you gave up it, so that was my question.
I mean, we actually finished, so we haven't given up. If we want to work as doctors later, we can fight our way back somehow. Just now we decided we're not going to work in the clinic as doctors and work like that. We want to do music for a while, see how it goes.
This was part of our thing, is that most people like pick their university degree when they're like 17 or 16 or 15 or something like this, and then they're locked in and then they just go for it, and we decided that actually we wanted to kind of find our own way, and a bunch of our songs are kind of about that, finding your own way of living your life. And it doesn't mean that you have to know from day one what it is. You have to just go with it, and having the truth of your own convictions to follow what you believe is what you need to do right now, and that's why we stepped out of the fixed path. That's what we're doing, chasing the dream.
Okay, I got it. And did you take any music lessons, like playing a guitar, or you self-taught?
I took guitar lessons from Ian, and now I'm playing guitar, he plays the bass.
Unfortunately, yeah. we were talking to someone about this recently, and there was a list of like education of the band musically. It's like no, and no. Basically, like before YouTube, we learned music that way off of like listening to music off of people and off of really crappy online like Word documents where you had to guess the spaces by listening as well. And so I had my first acoustic guitar when I was like 15, and someone sat on it and broke it in half, and I didn't take the message at the time. I just kept playing. But no, if you want to do it, you do it. That's the message.
Okay. I would like to ask also if we can see you this year at any festival, big festival or something like that.
In Poland or in the world?
Or Poland, or the world.
I don't know any in Poland that we're going to. We were actually. No, I know. We were talking to someone in Poland, but definitely like down in Hungary, we're playing a bunch of them that are like there's one in the north of Balaton. We highly recommend. It's called Muzycznego, which is Google it.
Except Siget.
Yeah, basically, go to a festival in Hungary, you're gonna find us. That's kind of where we're inescapable.
And what was your biggest problem at the very beginning when you just formed band?
Drummers. Yeah, we had like a drummer's disease in this band. So I don't know. Yeah. So we started with the Swedish guy who was also a student. We wanted to go home and start a family. And we had like 3 drummers after that. Yeah. So who said that? We consume drummers.
So we love our drummer now, but if you're a really good drummer, like write to us, maybe we'll fire him. You could join the movement, you know. I think sometimes we could blame ourselves for our problems and our shortfallings, but we rather just choose one guy, kick him out, and move on, and learn nothing.
And
if I good as this drummer situation.
Yeah, Gregor not gonna watch this. He's not gonna watch this.
And do you have other job, or you're living only from playing music, being musician?
Yeah, I mean, because I do some research stuff, so I get some payment from that. But bizarrely, I make a lot. Like I'm not rich. I make a lot more money. I like more money from music and from getting involved in organizing music events. A lot more. Bizarrely, in Hungary, you can make more money in music than you can with a medical degree. But yeah, we kind of mostly getting out of the music stuff and all of these things. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, because we play with the band. Both you and I play some acoustic. You do more than me, anyways. Acoustic gigs by ourselves once in a while. It adds up and it's fine.
Sometimes you got to give some body massages to some people you don't want to give body massages to, but you can cut that one right out. That's the tagline right now.
And your last album was released in 2016, right? And you planning any next album? Are you working on something right now?
Yeah, that's kind of our main goal now is to make a new album. So we've been in the studio a lot lately and made demos. So I don't want to say anything about when it's gonna come out because we just really want to make sure it's ready first. But it's definitely in progress and we have some songs done and we still got, it's gonna come soon.
And a few days ago was released your last single, I guess it was single, with Beck Soli. Correct me if it's... Yes? Okay. No, I didn't know him before, but I was listening to this song and it was really nice. And I think it was a bit different apart from your previous work. And tell me something about that song because it's half Hungarian and half English. So I tried to translate it, but I know like translator works. So tell me something about that.
Yeah, well, it's you said it sounds different because it's not like a Mongooz and the Magnet song. It's Mongooz and the Magnet and Begzoli's song, and then, yeah, yes. So this is the band he's the front man of is a quite big band in Hungary, and we toured together last year, and somehow the idea came that we should make a song with this guy, and then that happened. We made a song with that guy, and it was the whole thing was a bit weird for us. This whole English Hungarian thing. We ended up going for it and singing a bit in English and a bit in Hungarian, and I don't know what to say about this. It's kind of a yeah. I for us it kind of came out naturally, and I think people feel that as well. It's yeah. It makes no sense what I'm saying right now, but I'm just nothing.
Yeah, it's a pretty good song. We did good. I'm proud of us all. We made a good one, and yeah, it's an interesting one to sing in 2 different languages. But I'm glad that you liked it. We kind of fused a little bit of their stuff, a little bit of our stuff, brought it together, and yeah, it's cool to get back in the studio and get making sweet music. Yeah.
And when I was looking for some information about you, it was pretty hard because a lot of them was in Hungarian, even your fan page on Facebook. Yes? It's not mostly it's not English. So but I want to ask if you don't think that it's quite difficult for people to get to know your band.
I mean, it is. If you couldn't find it, then you couldn't understand. Obviously, you can't understand Hungarian if you. Is it that? Who is this?
No, I'm just
no.
correct.
No. I think we should do something about this. I to be honest, I didn't know this at this time. I think it has been a bit back and forth how it was, and.
But no, I mean, because we're based in Hungary, play most of our stuff to Hungarians. It kind of ended up in a funny thing sometimes because you got a lot of Hungarian bands who are singing in English and trying to be like nah, and they always communicate in English because it sounds cooler. And then we have been trying to connect with people, and we thought like sometimes if we speak English all the time, we might come across as I don't know what to our Hungarians. But now since the last year and a half, we've been really pushing a lot outside. We've been trying to mix it up, but especially loads of our communications about concert in Hungary ends up in Hungarian. But this is the 21st century, and people are from all around in all different languages. And so, what do you do? I don't know. We're just gonna we'll put in some English ones, and we'll address it to you. We'll just like address it specifically to you. Like, what was your name again?
Karina.
Karina. So we'll be like, dear Karina, this is going down here. Super cheap, but it's 1,000 kilometers from where you live. But we're going to let you in because you need to know this information as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And it's time for you, if you want to say something.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great to be here in Krakow. Yeah.
I think that's all. Yeah, it's good to be here. Find us on Facebook. Read our Hungarian bio. Press the like button. So.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview and enjoy the concert.
Thank you.